So here's the kitchen. It's finally finished up. I just set up the table, put the legs on, put the chairs out. Cabinets, oven, toaster, coffee maker. Yeah, fridge. Not too shabby looking. A little bit of a problem with the laundry room. So I wonder if it'll do it right now. I don't know, there was a little bit of a leak. And there was a sound of running water in here for a while. And it was happening since last night, actually. But there was only this tiny little leak out here this morning when I got back from the clinic. And I had to shut this off because it stopped the running water noise that wasn't happening when, it was on and when we first got here and everything. And that's just how shit works out with new places. Like, we'll get into a place and then all of a sudden all this new shit will pop up that you gotta deal with. It's just the name of the game sometimes. So yeah. I'm not quite done finishing up everything. Like, there's still stuff to set up that I'm setting up. Like, I have my bed right here. Right by the freaking side door entrance. I just don't feel like moving it right now to upstairs, which is where I'm gonna be. Bathroom's kind of mediocre. It's alright. I mean, the shower is nice looking. It's not as nice as the other place, but it's okay. The trade-off is the better neighborhood, and I don't have to deal with a million people. Like, this is me. So yeah, it's coming along. I haven't even really gone upstairs much. Like, the upstairs needs furniture. This is my room. This is technically my room. I just have decided to take the spot right by the side door for now because I just don't feel like moving all my shit up here right now at the moment. And I just kind of want to get everything set up and settled and put the way it should be. I want all this stuff put where I want it. And like the other guy renting out with me, Tim, like some of this stuff he brought from his office. We went there and grabbed some of his stuff. This is his, that's his. So we're gonna set it up in some places around here. And then there's a third room to rent out. I was gonna take this whole house over and have Michael just rent the whole thing to me, and then I would rent out the other places, the other two spots, so I could get cheaper rent. But he was talking with me yesterday about it, and we were doing the math, and it's really not even worth it for me to do it because I had forgotten that I'm only paying $800 for 2 months, and after that I'm going down to $650. I forgot I had made that deal, so like my rent's only gonna be $650 after 2 months. So shit, I mean, even when it goes down though, like, it's not worth it with a place that I'm living at. I have to do that at a place that I'm not living at a place where I'm free from it paying any rent and I can just pay the overall mortgage and rent out the 3 spaces. Like, so I kind of was talking with him about that too. I was like, when you find another place that has an opportunity where I could maybe like take over the overall payment of the place under you and just pay it off, and I would be responsible for that, and then I can rent out the rooms inside of the place. And he's like, yeah, like I was gonna do with this one. So when there's an opportunity for me to do that, we will talk about it more. It is something that I'm going to get into because it's an easy way to make and save money. And if I could do it with like 2 places or more, even if I did it with 2 places, I could probably pay off my rent completely just by, renting out to 2 other places. So that's the plan, and doing it through Michael is the way to do it because he has experience in this. He's been doing the property management. Well, he's been renting out, and like, you don't need a license to do real estate. And he's been buying and selling places and shit like that, renovating them for a while now. So I have plans that make it so I don't have to work full time and I can just machine part time, more for leisure and extra money, but my main income is renting out. Like, that's what I really want to do. That's what I'm trying to pull off. That's my goal right now. I need to get screens for these 2 windows. My goal is to get 2 places that I can rent out under Michael. And where one of the places would cover my personal rent wherever I am, and the other place would cover the rest of my expenses for the month: food, car expenses like gasoline and insurance, or the saving up of for a car, and let's see what else, phone, other random stuff, might go out to eat once in a while or something else, buy something, whatever, That is the plan. I've been shifting gears a few times here. It's just, I don't know, like, I love machining, but I realize if I don't have to work full time physically, then I'm not going to. And if I can fill that gap, like if I can fill my main source of income with something where I just have to look over places, check on them every few days, make sure everything's going okay, and then communicate to Michael things that are going wrong, and then troubleshoot those things with him because I'd have his help. Like, that's something that I can do easily while just machining on the side and like kind of just doing it because I have a passion for it, but not having to work full time for it and rely on it as my like bread and butter. I don't want to have to do that. I'd like to be able to rely on something that doesn't require a lot of physical work and just requires more so oversight and some care with screening people to rent to, because there's going to be bumps and hiccups. But yeah, so that's the plan. Got plans. And I have enough money to survive about 2 months. Just in case I don't, like, if I didn't work for 2 months, I'd still be fine. And I'm thinking of finding a different shop to work at, because now this one's gotten a little kind of far from where I am. Like, it's made the bus ride a little bit longer, another like 20 minutes. And the thing about it is also, like, when I got hired by Colin for this job, I was told when I got switched to second shift that I would get a pay bump, a premium, and a raise. And that would be at the minimum 50 cents. But they were about to have a meeting about raising that premium because he didn't think it was high enough. So it would probably be at least $1. And also this. So he hired me at 1950 and then told me what I just told you. And when I started and I got my first paycheck, I noticed that it was only 19 and 19, not 1950. And like, I was going to bring it up, but my second week there, literally my second week there, Colin left. And the company got taken over by new ownership, new management and shit. Like a lot, same supervisors and everything, just new owners and a couple new people taking it over. The main guy sold the company because he just had heart surgery and it went well and everything. And like, yeah, so we met the new guy when they made this announcement on one of the lunches where he bought us all pizza and talked to us all a little bit. He gave everybody $500 for every year they've worked there. If you hadn't worked there for a year, you got a $40 quick trip card, which is what I got, which I thought was cool. So that was cool. And like, so yeah, but Colin left. So I couldn't no longer bring it up because I didn't have him to vouch for me. And then when I switched to second shift, I noticed when I saw my first paycheck for second shift the next week when I got it, I noticed that it was still $19. So then I decided to ask, and I didn't ask the main guy, Rink, that he runs more so first shift, but he's kind of an overall at the same time. I didn't talk to him, and I didn't talk to my second shift supervisor, Dennis, either. I talked to a different guy who was just kind of an oversight guy. He's sometimes on our floor, but I think he kind of goes around everywhere. I forget his name. And I told him, like, I was supposed to get a pay, like, I didn't even bring up the fact that I was supposed to start at 1950, but I brought up the fact that, like, I was supposed to get a pay bump for going to second shift, and I never got it. And I'm wondering, like, because Colin said when I got hired that it would come with a pay bump of at least 50 cents, but you guys were supposed to have a meeting about that minimum being raised because he didn't think it was high enough and things like that. And he told me that he didn't know what I was talking about basically, and that if my pay stub says 19, then it's 19. I feel like he just didn't want to talk to anybody about it. I could bring it up with the other guys, but I just like, both those things just left a bad taste in my mouth. And that with the distance has made it so that I think I'm going to look for a different shop. There's so many machine shops, it's not going to be too hard to find one. Like, I didn't have trouble finding this one. Shit, I had a different one that was a Triangle wanted me at the same time as this one. I probably could even go back to Triangle, but that's kind of far too. Not having a car has made things difficult. If we were just coming out of winter, I would get an e-bike because I can ride that for spring, summer, and fall even, but we're too close to winter to where getting an e-bike and spending like the $1,000 when I could just save up for a car, it's not worth it. Yeah. I don't know. But plans. I've been keeping to myself otherwise. I've been talking with Katie. She's cool. Good friend. I'm glad that we reconnected. She's really cool. I've always really liked Katie. She was always a good woman. Gorgeous. Great personality. Traditional, down to earth, family, family oriented. Like any guy would be lucky to have her. Her boyfriend's a lucky guy. But we've been talking a lot as friends a lot lately, and it's been cool to just talk to a female even just as a friend, like, and talk about shit, you know, relationships and shit like that. Yeah, I like Katie. I like Katie a lot. I always have. So yeah, that's it.